Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from me, host and Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to 1 vs 1 on Lost Glider between the South Guard, here Guard 2707, fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, the Fatherland. Taking on the role here of the 78th Sturm Division versus the North, we got Jove fighting here for the Soviet Union, Socialism. Taking on the role here of the 12th Motorized Rifle Division. We're looking at shock rifle counterattack tactics and guard motor. A lot of shock troopers there with infantry machine gun bulletins versus elite armored spec ops and breakthrough with double Panther bulletins and an infantry bulletin there for guards. So we're off here to certainly something that could look a bit interesting here. We got a full going to do Kuwait start here for guard as it moves east and westwards there for the Fatherland. Jove going for a double conscript start there. No sign of any immediate penal troopers or support weapon campaneas. Heading for the eastern fuel here, heading towards the center of the conscripts there. And the second conscript looks to be heading further west there. So both players are aggressively expanding across the map. We've got some sandbags here to help defend the CoH2 point there for guard and the 78th Sturm Division. Point that being secured here with the Sturmpioniere. Center victory point being secured with some sandbags. Sandbags up here as well. We can see Job is being very thorough about this. Just trying to make it harder here for guard to just push front secures on the points. Kuban, they're going to aggressively against a few points. He should be able to secure the point, but he will then come under fire. That'll probably force Jove to dispatch troops towards the east here, so to help defend. And there we go, conscript. No, actually, he's just going straight for the CoH2 point here. Jove seems like he's going to think that offense is the best defense. They're going to force his opponent to react to his moves instead. Third conscript there diving for Jove, though, and the 12th Motorized Rifle Division. Kuban then taking light damage from the engineers. And here in the west, conscript continue to move westwards for the Fatherland. With the second engineer squad there for Jove. So could be a support them company following up there, maybe with some of those maxims he's got bulletins for. Or could, of course, sneak in some fast special rifle command work. Who knows? But there we go, Sturm Panther against the engineers here. Conscripts here by the CoH2 point being assaulted by several sides here from Volksgrenadiers. And the other conscript is just hiding up here. Less efficient here. We got conscript in and getting here the Sturmpioniere and the Kubelwagen out in the open. And here, Folks are rushing the conscript, 2 squad versus 1. Rather one-sided there, obviously, for Joe. In this case, he's very quick to retreat and get the devil out of there before losing the entire conscript squad. Engineers standing about here, more engineers rushing down to support here. And a bit of pushing about here with the Kuban against the conscript. Still planning still advancing there. Going engineers joining in as well here for a bit of extra action. And up here, nothing further going on there. Of course, it might be more preoccupied here. What's going on there? Go conscript taking a lot of damage. Almost got the Sturm Pioneers, but a lot of casualties there for Jove. Comes there about rather forgotten for Jove, which is unfortunate. There we go. We got the support company going up for him. More folks arriving there for guard 2707. And securing the eastern field point as well. Not a good start there for Jove. Not a good start. In this case, it's very spread approach to rather ran some issues, in part because he also just forgot about the conscript squads in the far west, which others secured more territory. Maybe pressured guard somewhere else as well. More sandbags around the central victory point. Engineers setting up position here. Want to try and make it hard for him to just set up something around his cut-off point. Certainly a very sensible area there for Jove. Conscript in their west now going to continue to move onwards. Might hit the fuel point directly. So folks goes here versus the engineers. We got no sign of takeover there for guard though. And I imagine here Joe will be going for a maximum first thing. So he's got the manpower though. Again, he did take some losses. So that was a lot of manpower went on that. Sandbags around the CoH2 point to help defend. And there go hitting the western field point as well there. So some good moves there from Joe, at least offsetting some at least the initial damage that way. Punishing guard for also now himself though extending quite bravely and actually going pretty aggressively here, though he's going to need support there soon. He's close to the maximum machine gun here, but it is still a bit off. He's laying down mines in this case, quickly spotted by the Kubelwagen. He probably should have kept the conscripts nearby to support here. The engineers by the field point instead of just going straight on to the next point over there. That might have been a bit too overeager there by Jove. There we go, maximum away from him. Comes to the Alton house now abandoned by the engineers and almost got the western field point. We can see here that he's going to quickly move for the CoH2 point there, at least ensuring Jove can't benefit from that. We got 4 false gunners now here for guard versus Jove's 3 conscripts with the maximum away there. Kuban straight onto the fuel point. Engineers there standing ready but low on health, and there you go, fuel point secured. We got Fulton up there to counter attack and regain the fuel for the Fatherland. And up here the shooting continues between the false gunners and the conscripts. Dieter there fell out a window, probably quite dead before though. And there we go, maximum out for Jove, some heavy support. We can see the conscript move about. He's not going to try and engage the Kubelwagen head on. Instead he's just hitting the other points in the meanwhile. He's now moving up a larger force. More German infantry speeding westwards, certainly meaning there's less in the east here for Jove to then recapture with. Take up there for guard. Likely going to be the Mechanized regiment here, considering the overall timing of it. And there you go, Contra find Mr. Fultz with negative cover here, doing a lot of damage, but at the same time they're being focused down by an awful lot of Fultz gunneries ultimately, so the Contra there will have to retreat before too long. Mechanized, well, Mechanized regiment track there likely to again be what it is. I mean, he could go for the battle group headquarters now, just wouldn't expect it with the current timing. Follows the push back there by flamethrowing units, constantly towards the centre. You can see Jove is quick to push back. And we got medics on the way from him as well, grabbing the fuel point there. Maxim setting up here, and constantly moving on from the eastern victory point. And there we go, Mechanized regiment, 78th Sturm Division, receiving support from the nearby 10th Panzer Division. Some armour and reconnaissance elements, since the Sturm Division, while in many ways an assault unit, rather didn't have a lot of mechanization. It was basically an infantry division that had been heavily upgraded in terms of support weapons and light machine guns. Also Stug Brigade, but didn't actually have any tanks or sort of real mechanization in that sense. It's a little fun fact there. Hitting the point here right next to his base. Maxim pushing in very aggressively against guard. Focusing on engaging engineers, and up here, conscript setting out as well. Got the point there. And moving down, it's going to hit the CoH one again. And in the south, we've got Conscript versus Kugelwagen. No anti-tank grenades here. We've got the Sturmpass advancing in mines. Result was here. Guard is rather aware that Joe's been again laying down mines. I mean, he has seen him actually lay down some mines. In this case, they got cancelled, but you know, certainly one mine being cancelled doesn't mean Joe's going to stop from, you know, building mines entirely. That would be rather silly to expect. So in that regard, Guard is making the right choice. Volkswagen now being engaged by Conscripts around to support the engineers, who are low on health and in numbers. Nothing further here though from Jove's base. Maxim remains here, but once he attacks here, he should encounter the wrath of the Maxim. There you go, troops out in there, they're going to get slowly suppressed, and there you go, two Volkswagen squads halted. Basically half his infantry force almost there, halted by a single machine gun there, nicely positioned. Sturm Pioneers versus Conscripts here. We've got the Kugelwagen moving up east. Back here, engineers reinforcing, about to get healed, and slow progress on the west here as well. The Volkswagens retreat from there. Good work, Conscript retreating. And a few shots there. Small chance of getting an extra kill there, but it does not happen. Ludwig gets a bit lucky. And mines here as well. Good work. Good pressure there by Jove. Doesn't miss a beat. Anti-tank grenades following up. Might want to take up himself soon. And MG34 there for Guard to help deal with Jove's troops. And he is close there to the Luchsaufklärungspanzer. He's going to be hitting the fuel point there again, though again, Jove is denying Guard his fuel, so that certainly helps Jove there a bit as well, ensuring that Guard, even if he sort of denies Jove's fuel, and at the same time ensures Guard doesn't actually get the ability to push too far ahead of Jove. So in that regard, Jove has got a sharp tactical sense, some good priorities. Following up with another Maxim here. I mean, versus an infantry build, several Maxims can be quite helpful. They're going to get the dust go off. He's going to have to fall back with a Maxim. You've got assault rifles up there for Guard's men. While the Sturm Division itself had not had it, the Stug Brigade escort troops, by the way, for the Stugs would have had them, actually, as a fun fact. In fact, they seem to have been some of the first, in terms of organisation, units that were actually equipped with assault rifles. Those were the escort troops for the Stugs in the Stug Brigades. So, a little fun fact there. Looks on the way, we got a field on the way here. Obviously, Jove knows what's coming, and it's not the ice cream van. It's not the ice cream van. Sturm there, holding by the field point, getting shot at there by the Maxim. Kugelwagen trying to flank in. Constantly moving ahead. Back here, constantly reinforcing. Second Maxim holding up in the church. There go, preventing him from easting towards the centre. There we go, suppressed as well. And almost got the western field point here away from Guard, who's gone for spec ops. Got grenades being handed out to the men so they can swiftly overwhelm the Russians with sheer explosive firepower. Same time, more firepower going on here. Sturm's almost got the fuel point though. And we got the looks out here for Guard and the 78th Sturm Division. Tunisia almost wiped out. Constantly, it looks like they actually got murdered. Looks like there's too much going on there for Jove, and that did cost him a bit there. Noting, by the way, no doctrine yet for Jove. He could go for Guard mode here, calling some Guardsmen to help deal with the light vehicles. Of course, also just go for any of the two with shock troopers. And that way begin applying some pain to Guard. My apologies for the hiccup. So we've got the looks there speeding about there. That it was not the only reconnaissance tank the Germans had. They also had one based on the Czechoslovakian Panther 38T, which basically sort of looked a bit like this to an extent, except it sort of had more of a turret like the 222. Little fun fact there as well. They were roughly made in the same amount of numbers, about a bit over 100. Nothing happening there. Looks roaming about. Field gun here. Close to range. Then we got further check up there for guard. Looks like going to go for the battle group headquarters, which could indicate he's going to rely on the command Panther here. That could certainly give Jove here a lot of movement there. Go again, hitting the cutoff point. And again, that's going to make just the whole, you know, playing for a command Panther a bit risky there for guard. Command Panthers, you know, it's going to take him ages to get there, and of course if then just losing it, I mean, it's just going to have nothing to support it with really. Plus of course, I mean, it's not being able to get influx drum pairs either, so in some ways I can see the logic, but it's always one of those risky logics that can backfire on you. There you go, grenade assault there. Huge satchels filled with grenades, emptied as they try to slaughter the Russians. There you go, Luke's moving up. They could get a white in the conscious field gun that gets a good hit, but at the same time the field gun is conscious was wiped, too slow in retreating, and now the looks they could overtake the field gun, which would be quite a loss. Their mine goes off there, damaging and killing some of guard's men. In the west, folks are standing about. They almost got the western field point there, and there you go, field gun almost overtaken there. Crew almost wiped. Troops are reinforcing and healing. The engineers are good to go, but they can't really do anything against the looks. And there you go, hitting the car point as well there. Guard does not give any quarter here against Jove. No mercy. Jove the hang about here, still harassing him, trying to sort of as best ensure that guard can't rush ahead of him again in sort of the tech race. So again, good prioritization there by Jove, and also sort of good calm head there on the top of his shoulders. Looks moving to the base here. I mean, at this rate, I mean, I was about to suggest he could actually go for counterattack to then go for the KV-1, which in that sense can also work a bit like the same like the command Panther. In this case, it's more sort of like an, oh, bliat, you know, I'm in trouble sort of option. In which case you go for the KV-1. I'm certainly also seen an overall increase in KV-1 tank usage from solo players. I mean, overall counterattack has gotten a lot popular, and the KV-1s certainly see more usage now. As people realise, it's not half bad. I mean, it's not great, obviously, but under the right circumstances, it's, you know, pretty decent. So, I mean, there's certainly some changes in the meta of the game. Because they're getting shredded by the Maximin as they try to retreat. Point being secured. Field gun under 5. We got steel empires being shot at by a lot of angry Russians. And forces they're also heading into a quick retreat. We've got a second enemy for falling away for guard to help him guard the terrain against any Russian advances. But it looks like he's just going to try and at least initially rely on the K1 tank to that way pressure back against guard, who would certainly be completely unprepared for it. I mean, he's got no anti-tank weapons whatsoever. I mean, he's going to be in trouble once the K1 hits, if that is what Jove decides to go for. So that's a bit risky there for guard. That is a bit risky for guard. He's being suppressed here by the Maxim machine gun. Getting blasted viciously. And almost got the fuel point back again for the umpteenth time. But again, he keeps losing control to it one way or the other. Again, Jove just keeps up sort of the aggression, the momentum, and the movement. There you go. MG34 scorched out. Evicted. Maxim reinforcing. We got constantly down the eastern side here. And machine gun versus machine gun here. That's definitely a loss for the MG34 because out in the opening stands no chances in the Maxim inside the house, in particular not because Jove is actually using sustained fire just to keep up the rate of fire there against the MG34. Nasty work, there we go, pinning it down, but also closing in on Vetri 2 very fast. Hitting the western fuel point again, just good, consistent pressure from Joe again. He knows where to hit, he knows where to strike, and he's against the fuel. So really good work there by Joe, really good work. Got the concentrating ahead. Gonna pop that anti-tank grenade, I imagine, on the looks there. Or just threaten him with the idea of, there we go. Still not moving ahead there. quick retreat. I think that next max. Nope. Suppresses Storm Pioneers up close. Veteran 2 there certainly helps a lot with that one. In fact, pinning them down. So let's go there for guard. Taking losses over there. We got the full squad just now guarding the car point. And then we can see guards starting to get a bit paranoid around the fuel point there. And we can also see Jove is now very close to the K1. He's got the resources. He almost has the command points. And it's certainly clear he is going to go for at least one KV1. Then we'll have to see if he just completely relies on this as a crutch, or at least use it sort of initially stabilize, turn the tide, and then call in sort of other tanks as the game progresses. Maybe a tank destroys some CoH2s as well. We'll have to see if that is what Jove ends up doing. And there we got full skills charging in, the supported by the MD-34. Going to clear out that Maxim. There we go, grenade assault. Maxim continues to sort of just be an absolute nuisance there for Jove. Not Jove, for guard for Jove. It's in that complete sort of saviour. There you go, Mines going down the top to prevent any sort of pursuit and also just make it harder for guard to move about freely. Looks like he might get spotted again now. But he's very close to the K1 heavy tank there. He is very close. And there you go. Didn't see the mine and rushes straight into it in front of a field gun. Loses the looks right as the K1 becomes over there to Jove. Oh dear. There you go. KB1 Clement Vorishilov, named after the then Commissar of Armaments or Defense, who then later fell out of favour and was replaced by Joseph Stalin. Hence why the later series of heavy tanks would be called the IS series or Joseph Stalin series. The key one was, oh, another mine takes out the other vehicle of guard, Kugelwagen. Those mines definitely pay off there nicely for Joe, and as you can see again, mines wins wars, ladies and gentlemen. Mines win wars. Got the K1 there rolling ahead. Bit of pressure in these side, but again I imagine guard they will be forced to react again to the big push into the west there as well, supported by the KV1. Being pushed back here by the full Scanadira, Veteran C2. Push into the centre, we've got the K1 there, sort the MD-34 as you try to use with the conscripts. And there you go, bashing through walls and soon tombstones. There's no obstacle the KV1 cannot crush. There we go, wipes the MD-34 with one hell of a shot there, point blank. Floating up, they're going to get straight in front of the K1 here, and the conscripts plus the Maxim there. A quick retreat there from guard as well. As Jove's now rather armor-dominant element here, he's going to cause him quite a headache there. He's going for a lot like Kellenov to just be able to counter this, but as this we can see again, the whole idea of just, you know, trying to play out for a command Panther and just go for the battle group headquarters rather proved a bit disadvantageous here for guard and advantageous for Jove. So there we go, folks, getting blasted here by the K1 heavy tank. Machine guns and the main gun, same as on the T-34-76. Folks moving about here, pushing back the conscripts. Sending a killer out there. Maximum supporting here. At least he's keeping infantry support roughly always nearby the K1, which is also good. The K1 was at the start of war pretty, you know, tough tank. I think it had roughly around the same armor level of a Panther 4. It might have had a little bit less there, sort of, at least late war Panther 4. Not early war Panther 4, it had certainly a lot more armor, but by late war Panther 4, in fact, in comparison, it wasn't that good. In fact, that was one of the issues with the K1. It was partly expensive, but also just a bit hard to upgrade, and was also very quickly outdated through the war. I mean, they tried to make a faster version, for example, that was known as the K1S. As it turned out, though, that wasn't that good. In fact, it turned out to be still more expensive than the T-34, but roughly had the same performance as the T-34. So they'd rather drop that one. It also, like the T-34, had issues with the clutch, which is also partly due to poor drivers there in the early stages of the war, so that didn't much help out either. Damage engineer there, and the KB1 there. Overall, Joe, that's not really just a strong position. I mean, really, that's what K1 can do for you if you can rush it out against your opponent. Again, clearly wasn't expecting it, but again, I imagine more players will be sort of not prepared for the K1, since it does seem to be overall catching on more in the current Soviet meta, and sort of just completely out of nowhere. There's nothing that really sort of spurred it on, I feel, maybe except some changes from the Eastern Front Army revamp mod, which makes it, I suppose, look more appealing, but even then, just sort of overall current metagame, there's not really much there, I think, but still, it's an interesting sort of thing happening there. Oh, we got a Stukas Rufus there for guard. That is definitely, I feel, a wrong choice there for him. I mean, he needs to deal with a tank. The Stukas of us can't deal with that. The Stukas of us cannot deal with that. I mean, it can help deal with some of the support ones, but even then, Joe's also got plenty of infantry, so not a fan of that. We got a demo charge down the carve point. Joe could be going for another K1 here. He could also try and take up. Stukas of us there, I feel, is a big mistake by guard. I mean, it just feels like a really weird choice considering how much damage the KV-1 heavy tank is doing to him. The last version of the K1 of the KV tank would be the KV-85, which was basically sort of a KV tank with the same gun as the T-3045 and also improved turret, sort of an intermediate between the KV series and the IS series, which I think so used it sort of roughly up to the end of the war, the KV-85 that is. He's got the Stukas of us out here. I will have to see if we can actually make any use of it, because it tends to be one of those units, if you go for it and you definitely don't need it, it can very quickly turn against. We can use it well though, it can be really devastating, but it's a lot difficult to just make good use of it. In most cases, it tends to be a massive waste of resources for the player who ends up going for it. Push up the west with the Steel Pioneers, 73rd Force supporting their coming the flank. Good work. Jove still not calling in tanks or taking up. And Stukas of us is so far, well, moving about finally. I was about to say not doing anything at all. I'm just going to try and silence the maximum there. Will Joe react in time though? Oh, wipes the conscript squad! Doesn't get the maximum though, but still, conscript squad wiped is definitely not bad either. There's still an entire unit annihilated. Would have been better if they'd also been able to get the maximum in the process somehow. Gonna looks like he's gonna rush it into base here off guard and try and knock out a Stukas of us there. Bit risky, bit risky. I mean, there's a small chance he ends up losing the K1 in such a hazardous maneuver. He either gets abandoned, at which point, I mean, he could sort of have it used against him. So it's a bit risky there by Jove, bit risky. Got the one of the flat emplacement there, but ends up taking a bit of damage and quickly, well, slowly pulls out. MB34 needs in a bit of trouble there with the Max holding up in the house there. Guard in a lot of trouble here versus Jove now. Again, that K1 has turned to be completely critical here for him. Third Raketenwerfer there for Guard. Third Raketenwerfer. Some time before Stukas of us can fire its second barrage. I mean, you can just keep killing something, maybe wiping units there with every barrage. I mean, he should have a chance here versus Joe, but again, if that Stukas of us makes so many sort of dart hits, but just misses everything. I mean, it's not going to go well there for Guard, because again, it's a massive fuel investment for that one, massive. And if you just can't, you know, keep up the pressure to that way, just, you know, cash in on it, it's really going to turn bad really quickly. But there you go, third Raketenwerfer for Guard, and the same day Sturm to be shown. Maximum here blasting away at the Fultz Grenadiers, and up south there we've got Fultz moving ahead. They're going to try and rush it and incendiary grenade it. Pushing the machine gun crew out into the open, exposing it in the streets with German fire. Need to deal with that demo charge railway there. There you go, K1 rolling against the Fultz in the centre. 13 kills for the motherland. And he's got all three Raketenwerfer on the move. Jove is actually taking up here, so he's clearly not just relying on the KV-1 as a crouch, though he could easily, I think, gone for more at this stage, but he's just using it to stabilise, I think, push ahead, then sort of then trying to use that to also buy time to then take up himself further, which is definitely not a bad idea. Stukas fires again. This time, oh, gets another infantry wipe though. Joe was expecting it to do the maximum to the target, but Scar was once aiming for the infantry and wiped it. Ooh, subverting Joe's expectations. Not bad there by Guard, not bad. I mean, certainly in those kinds of situations, you'd expect, you know, the support weapon in the house to be the easier target, and thusly what's going to be targeted. But Guard just doesn't seem to aim for it at least directly. He's always aiming for the infantry first. In that regard, he's now got 2 infantry wipes against Jove with the Stukas of Fuss. If he can keep that up, that's definitely not bad. And meanwhile, though, Jove's going for the Mechanized Armor Company. He's also lost the KB1 tank, actually. Oh dear, he lost the conscript squad. He lost the KB1. Oh dear. I wonder where he lost it, though. But it's gone. Oh, there he goes. Looks like he might even hit a mine. Either way, that's a definite big win there for Guard as well. That's going to hurt Jove a bit. But well, again, he's got the tech now, so he can sort of mostly just support it with more regular tanks and sort of cheaper bases here against Guards. That's definitely not bad at all. And of course, he's got shock troopers as well now, sort of threaten Guards infantry on the field. Got the shock troopers there pushed away. Got a mortar out there for Jove, a bit of light artillery for him. And the first T-Fed force on the step against rolling off for Jove. Good work there, good work there. Fighting these as well, forcing those engineers, they're doing some damage there. Well, we can see there with the losses he's effective thanks to the Super but also destroying that K1. We can see Guard is now a lot more aggressive, he's more successful versus Jove, and is certainly pushing it. I mean, the K1 really was a bit of a backbone element there for Jove. Of course, he could have just called in more, but again, he might feel he wants to sort of more future-proofed, and lastly actually have sort of capability for calling on other armoured elements, which again could prove an idea. I mean, he might be able to hold on with K1s, but if then his opponent then gets a command Panther, the K1s are going to be in a really, really bad spot. So, I mean, long-term again, this is probably the better decision there for Jove. Again, it is still going to take Guard there some time to get in the command Panther. More folks going to do that for Guard, so he's just constantly calling in cheap infantry squads that way, engage his opponent. Double Kenmeth is hunting out on the west. The third one moving up towards the east. And there go T-Fed 476 running ahead here. Will Guard be ready for that though? I mean, most players when they go for K1 just will keep calling them in, but Jove is not one of those players. He is part of a smarter breed of socialist commanders. There you go, Kevin, we're going to move in for it. We got 2 umpires of full engaging the engineers. They're eventually free, and there you go. T-Fed following hit McKenna if they try to catch him, but can't quite. Engineers still closely wiped out. The accurate assault rifle fire there, threatening to end their lives. And there you go, other Kenmeth remain support as well here. T-Fed 4 quickly moving about here, trying to outmaneuver that one. Mortar fight landing very close there. And like Kenmeth gets wiped point blank with the T-34. That was to be expected. Still get some damage in the T-34, which will put it out of the fight for some time. There you go, quick recruit with the Sturmpioniere. Shock troops hold here by the ME-34. And back here, Stukas was almost good to fire again, Fulcer standing about. He's getting very close to the command Panther. Very close. More conscripts for Jove to replace some of the losses he suffered. And there goes Stukas of Fuss is once more ready to attempt to unleash hell upon Jove's forces. Where we'll be firing, where we'll be launching 6 rockets of death. Light infantry gone out for Guard, by the way, and that is in a rather poor position. And swiftly dealt with by Jove. That was definitely as efficiently done. Going for the church this time around. No! Oh, got the T-34 being repaired, or at least the engineers repairing it. That's a bit costly for Jove. Bottom out in the east here, securing points as well. And you can see that Jove is swiftly pushed back against. Now he's got armor again. He can sort of pressure Guard back more easily. Got very close to the command Panther, very close, but constant denial of fuel there by Jove makes it really difficult to just go for it. So I mean, in that regard, Jove's tactics and strategy is definitely having an impact and effect on guard. So nice play there by Jove, nice play. Going for another T-34-76 there. Guard really close to the Panther. Moments away. Moments away. It's still taking him some time. In part because again he doesn't have access to any of the 2 fuel points. So he's not exactly speeding up the process there for guard. And this MVA Sturm to be shown. Go to the far there, light infantry gun recruit here by guards, stoic soldiers. He's got the fuel now, just needs some manpower to call in the command Panther. Only taking about half an hour to call it in. And again, Jove's harassment really has been on point in this game and has really, I think, had a large role in delaying the Panther that long. Though, of course, this took as a first rather played a role now. I mean, it's obviously been able to do some damage, but it's not been a complete waste like so many Stukas of Fuses do end up. But it's certainly not helped him get out of Panther on time either. In fact, he's now at too high pop cap, so he can't even call it in. So that's definitely a bit of a problem there for guard. If he does get the resources for it now, he might not then have the pop cap to call it in. We got flares being called in by guard though on Jove. Probably looking for targets with some idea of the size positions. People striking a low machine gun there, guarding the western victory point. Guard there by Henry Lead, and there we go. Kendall set up here to engage the T-34 as it hits. And the east looks like a big assault. We've got a string of good barrels here, wiping another unit. Just as he's about to get out there, he gets hit by the rockets. So another wipe there against Joe. I mean, guard's really good with that Stukas of Fuss. But it's going to need some anti-tank support here. It's the T-34 there. You can catch him with the Kendall. That could be a bit of a problem there for Joe's tank. And there you go. First rocket hit. Second one also goes through. Oh dear, he's going to be too slow in retreating. It's going to be too slow. And it goes up in flames. Cooked. Moving on the west side again, T-34 needs to fall back. Close to Efficiency 1 on that Stukasufus. He can also now call in the command Panther, but he's still some time off there. Attack on the cough one there, thwarted by Jove's infantry and tanks, and that sounds like some explosions going off. There's something collapsing. The house that seems to have gone down, fuel point there again being hit. You counter-attack there from guard, they're sort of trying to get it cleared out. That again will ensure it doesn't get too much fuel either. That's for what Joe will go for next. I mean, he could go for the T-34, but likely with the arrival of the command Panther, he will go for the H-5 to try and deal with that. He's also stolen one of the guards for Kettenwerfers. Bad news for guard, good news for Jove. Another empty on the way for Jove. Looks like he lost the previous one. Got the command Panther running ahead there with its high velocity 75mm cannon. Quickly getting the T-34. T-34 shoots, misses. Shot fired there. Got the point there. Troops are healing, reinforcing. Guard, certainly a lot more on guard on the defensive here versus Jove. Even with the command Panther, he's not quite, having the same rate of advancement as he might hope for against Jove now. Interesting to note there, Jove does not seem particularly threatened there by guard's command Panther because he's not going for any tank destroyers to deal with. He's just calling in another T-34, so clearly Jove is not too worried about it. Meaning, Guard's big ace, if you will, there ultimately ends up, not really having an immediate impact. I mean, it could, of course, have down the road, but he might not quite, be hoping his opponent is basically not too worried as Jove is. Doing punish for the T-5476 there. The other Stukas was barrage. Doesn't quite hit anything there. Doesn't quite. Command Panther continues to roll about there, looking to deal out damage. There you go. So it like Kennev opens up, gets a shot there, but sadly doesn't penetrate the armor there. Allowing the Panther to get away safely in the east, continues securing the territory there for Jove and the 12 motorized rifle division. And the MD-34 then flanked by Jove's infantry. And westwards to the T-34. Oh, strange for double Kennev. Even the Command Panther get off a hit against it. Even got caught in a fight against the T-34. Threatening to knock it out entirely in a matter of seconds. But in this case, though, Jove has a bit of luck here that Brosos is not quite able to deliver the killing blow there. So there's a bit of luck there for Jove, bit of luck. Of course, now his Command Panther's been flanked by Kennev and engaged by the other T-34. In the south here, constantly being swamped and wiped out by folks guns there, not good there for Jove, not good. Command Panther taking damage there, slowly pulling back. Max in the rush away. Couldn't really do anything so it makes sense. He still hasn't picked up the flamethrower, and here switching over to deal with the folks in the eastern side. They're pushing back with his tanks. Needs to be careful he doesn't get within Panther fast range. It looks like Jove doesn't care about that. He's close to getting a wipe with the machine guns. Quickly make a short work of there you go. Wiped. Quite a loss of a guard. Pushes like a bit too further versus Jove. Resulting in the wipe of a veteran full Scundy squad. Not something that's easily overcome. And there you go. Command Panther being really riskily played, and there you go, loses the Command Panther. Big mistake there by guards, soaking up too much fire there, in particular at close range. But the Command Panther's arm is a lot less effective, allowing Jove to basically finish it off there. So that was not too efficient there by guard. Of course, again, thanks to the way he's played, he's got no immediate way of just calling in some other armor, sort of back things up. And again, that's why Jove's later on taked up, because that way, if you lose the K1, it can easily just quickly fill up with cheaper replacements. At least that way, keep some armor on the field. Whereas again, guard, thanks to the way he played, does not have that option. Oh, shock to the flamethrower. That's definitely bad news for any German infantry that gets too close. That is definitely very bad news. I imagine here guard will just try and go for another Command Panther instead of trying to take up for a regular one. When the Yak Panther, of course, at this stage, it might just be a bit too late to even contemplate that. So we'll have to see what guard is going to end up going with here against Jove. But there's been a lot of back and forth. I mean, both players sort of been in heavy control of the map there. Now it's sort of more closer to a 50-50 split, but with a small lead there for guard again. So even as guard loses stuff, he still keeps pressing, he still keeps attacking, and similarly, Jove does the same. So I mean, this is sort of a fight between two rather persistent players. And there goes Storm Pioneers annihilated. Bit of a loss there for guard. Oh, Stukas was there, about to fire, but got too close to the front in this case. Took a hit. He's trying to bombard the base, getting some wipes there, but didn't quite work out. Double cannon for them, the T-54 from 6 close to veteran to 2. That's going to get Panther fastly. It did not get Panther fast. A bit of luck there for Joe, and they're going now calling in another K1 tank, possibly due to the destruction of the Command Panther. He's not too worried about enemy armor to that way deal with it, so he's going to call in to help deal with the infantry and the support weapons. Can move out. Got the K1 with T-54 supporting in the east. Because they're getting absolutely slaughtered out in the open here by Jove's armor and infantry. Again, they're trying to have an impact, but ultimately the shocks, as they're quickly closing in, there's not much up, and there you go. Could even see a wipe there, and the Fult's going to lose with a bit of bad luck for guard. Saying again moving up, but rather close. There we go. Wiped by the shock troopers. Again, veterans defeat themselves in the process. That is not good there for guard again. This situation is certainly starting to look less than good, and again he's clearly playing for second command Panther, hoping that one will have a bit better situation than the previous one. Tier 1 rolling back, and we get air support here in air constant specifically for Jove to sort of get an idea of the battlefield against his opponent. Not a bad idea at all by Jove, not a bad idea at all. I mean, you can sort of see where Jove or guard is concentrating his forces, and of course, you know, counter it much more efficiently. So, very good choice, I think, there, very good choice. Guard getting slowly closer to the command Panther here, number 2, but so far no sign of it. Of course, there's still some time off. Foxes there under 5 from the K1 tank, 6 kills for the motherland, 7 on the 1 T-34 and 4 on the second one. Got the lightning gun being pushed ahead here. Looks like Guard is getting a bit desperate. Noting by he still got the Stukas of first 18 kills, so it's clearly had a few dart shots there, thinking against shots that just didn't have much an impact ultimately versus Jove. Certainly not what he's looking for. In the center, versus machine gun. Machine gun winning out there. Though we do have a Russian machine gun there to support. And noting that is also veterans who won there. A bit of fighting going on left and right. Got a bit of attack in the south here. Vetchi Turakenov as the T-54 falls from 6. Shoots and gets a good hit there. It's going to get rushed. I mean, it's pretty much on its own. It's not too easy there for the T-54 just to move ahead and just outmaneuver it. And there he goes, turning and running. Also, high lock, losing the Turakenov for there to Jove. So, not really the best setup there by Guard. Not the best setup in the west here. Continued pressure. Second T-54 being hunted by the Turakenov, but that one's been spotted. And it's currently getting focused down by machine gun echo. Good work by Jove. Good work. We also got flamethrower going to try and further silence it. Got his Stukas push though, and wipes it finally. Plus one of the kidnappers he was able to steal away there from Guard. And got Veterans 1 there, closing on Veterans 2 there. And there we go. Second command Panther out for Guard. He's not giving up on those defense Panthers. T-54 the damage engine could be pursued here, knocked out, but the command Panther here looks like Guard is back and swinging out hard there versus Jove. Going on a hunt there for the T-54, shoots and gets a good hit there. Fun fact, one of the initial prototypes of the Panther actually looked like a T-34, more or less. They pretty much totally decided to knock that one off and come up with something more proper German. Another version of the Panther they're trying to design was pretty much just like, you know, a Tiger tank, just really big, heavy and armoured, which they rather also decided against. Ultimately kind of close to something like the Panther in the end, obviously. A little few fun facts there. And we got from Mother Russia for Jove, who's actually almost used every ability in his doctrine except for building a B4 howitzer. Comparatively, Guard, I think, has also made use of some of the abilities, but there's been no radio silence and no infrared Sturmgewehrs. Shocks was pushing ahead there, almost wiped the Fult's swap with themselves taking heavy damage. So there we go. Grenade off, having an impact there on the Volksgrenadier. At the same time, harassed from the western fuel point. Not really looking good for Guard. Again, it's got the command Panther, but I wouldn't think so the way he's playing it. Another Stukas of Fuss, and Almost got the field through there. We got 30 kills on the Stukas Command Panther charging forwards, looking to wipe through their machine guns. There we go, and then go straight on through the K1 Mean. Got coordinated fire there. Aim for the weak spot. There is the weak spot. We're in a Panther. Everything's a weak spot. Just shoot from where it blows it up the most. Down to half health there. Got Command Panther being pushed back here by the infantry. Should have had some infantry support there. We got the line figure moving up. We got Western Fuel support, but doesn't have control over the cut-off point, so it doesn't really do much for him right then and there. Figure and the recruit going to move in the Panther to deal with the crew, I imagine. Blasting with the machine guns. Got the K1 moving up there. Halfway to X1 needs to fall back to the Command Panther before it takes too much damage. And, oh, gets behind the wreckage of the house there. Falls too late and it takes a hit. What will Joe go for next? Oh, he is going for the H-5. I was about to say he's just in an S-85, but he does go for the H-5 tank destroyer there to help counter the Command Panther. Stukas of course, they're almost good to go again. If we can land a good hit again, they could swing things a bit further back with guard, but otherwise it is not looking... Well, he's also got the victory point lead, so I suppose there's also that going for guard. But it's ultimately, in some ways, rather closely matched fight. I mean, now the player really held the upper hand for long against the other one before the other ones just pushed back. And there you go, Panther flanking in there, getting behind the K1, almost got it. Folks are being pinned and murdered. Ah, Scheiße, it's just down to Dieter. Save Dieter. Ah, he lost the Command Panther. The Volksgrenadiers got the K1. That is definitely not a good trade-off there. Joe quickly rushed up his field and they just now got the Command Panther. That is a critical loss there for guard. Critical loss of that Command Panther. You see that Joe's quickly following up with another T-34-76. He's clearly not too worried about any armor, having knocked out 2 Command Panthers and overall just having good control of the field points there against his opponent. So I can certainly understand why I might just go for another T-34. And there you go, Stukas was trying to get away here. And Joe hot in pursuit there of the rocket artillery piece. Ah, missed. Can't know if it's anything up, but will it matter? Will it stop the tank? If it could hit. Granted, it's not too accurate on the move. Most Eastern Front armies' tanks, by the way, have a 50% decreased accuracy while firing on the move. Compared to the Western Allies, we actually only have a 25% penalty there. That's a little fun fact. We got the T-34-76 out there for Jove, number 2, and we got a third one on there as well here. And of course, Guard is just calling him more academy measures, but he's increasingly struggling just to maintain map control here versus Joe again, who's just bringing up more armor, and also he's making good use of support weapons and his infantry versus Guard. So, not looking too encouraging there, I would say. Westwards. The Kennel Flan's good. Got the structures again from Mother Russia. Line just blitz through there. Charging straight at his opponent, up close and ugly, and just causing untold damage and pain. Hey Petrov, how does this from Mother Russia work? You drink a bottle of vodka, then you go in. And there we go. Grenades off, also they're wiped out. Kednev annihilated. I mean, those shock troopers combined with Mother Russia, an absolute menace, but overall just also good use of Mother Russia by Jove. It's one of those overlooked abilities, but it's really, really strong. It boosts, gives them sprint, makes them tougher to kill, basically by giving them armor, which means they can actually just struck off entire bullets, and, well, it just increases the damage. I mean, it's a really, really strong ability, and it seems like a lot of players are just suddenly remembering, hey, for Mother Russia, that one is actually pretty damn good. Got a mortar there with the Stukas of Fuss. Still. Part of me certainly thinks that Stukas of Fuss was a big mistake there by God. He should have aimed up for armor, and obviously he should also just make better use of his armor while he had it. But And more importantly, I think if you just tech for the Spare Panther to CoH2, you know, dropping these two at least initially, to just try and get out some medium armor as fast as possible versus Jove. More folks are there for guard, but looks like I don't think they're going to have much of an impact, to be honest. Not much of an impact.
75 points remaining. Tactical adjustments need to be made.
Looks like a loss here for the 78th Sturm Division. And the support from the 10th Panther Division. There you go, almost got it. Red T3 and the T-34 and 6. And there you go, Stukasso Fuss kaputt. It burns, and Jove is just calling in more T-34s. I mean, once you can, you know, reach a decent mass of T-34s and 6, it's going to be most difficult for most players to deal with you. And there you go, GG, game over. Brutal fight here. A victory for the Soviet Union, a victory for the 12th Motorized Rifle Division. Overall, well played there by Jove. Good use of the K1 there against his opponent. Gart there, I think, getting a bit too confident. And, you know, just making some mistakes that ultimately cost him a lot there in the longer term of the game there. So, I mean, really well played by Jove. Gart should not go for the Stukas of Fuzz. I also think the bad group headquarters was a mistake. He should honestly just rush for the Spare Panther to CoH2. Defended his fuel points in CoH point better. I think there was also a mistake there by Guard. And now, you know, just trying to get up medium armor faster versus Jove. Maybe some orbs on this one, particularly he went for spec ops. So I think if he'd done that, I think Guard could also stood a much better chance. But Jove also just played a really excellent game there, constantly harassing, constantly, you know, denying Guard fuel. And I think that also Guard something struggled with. Plus, good use of the K1. Good use of the Doctrine in general. I mean, really great use of counterattack tactics there. So overall, just really well played there by Jove, and certainly highlights where I think he's just one of the best players in the game at the moment. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, want to subscribe to your friends, so share it with everyone. Also, big thanks to Joggers8 for donating to the Propagandacast and supporting. If you'd like to support it, do consider it. Otherwise, links are in the video description. You can do so via Patreon or PayPal. This is Imperial Linking. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye.